Sir Christopher, allow me to ask this question just to educate us, Miss Jackie. I'm not so familiar about this. I don't know if Miss Jackie is aware of this. First and foremost, pag gumagawa po, we're talking about safety ng ating mga eskwelahan. Ano po? Pag gumagawa po ng eskwelahan sa mga regions, ano po, sino po yung in charge nito? Correct me if I'm wrong. This is what I've got. Ano po? I don't know kung tama. It's the Department of Education ang may pondo, and then the Department of Public Works and Highways, sila ang aktual na nagpapatayo, nagbabantay sa engineering works. The LGU, pwede silang magpatayo ng sarili nilang lokal na pondo o tumulong sa pag-aasikaso ng legal na mga dokumento. Sir Christopher, the reason why I'm asking this question because I want to find out kung sakali na may problema doon sa construction ng school buildings para alam natin kung sino itong babalikan. Again, Sir Christopher, please go ahead. Thank you.
Okay. In the context of higher education, kasi ang CHED, ang nire-regulate talaga namin dito is yung pag-offer ng mga kurso. Okay? And kasama talaga sa mga requirements, no, sa bago maka-offer ng isang kurso or program ang isang eskwelahan ay meron silang tinatawag natin na Certificate of Occupancy. Okay? So the Certificate of Occupancy is issued by the city or the municipal building official, no? And ang pagkakaroon ng Certificate of Occupancy, it is a manifestation na talagang ang isang building, unang-una, is fit for occupancy as a higher education institution or for classes. Okay? Kasi meron tayong mga, halimbawa, higher education institutions na mga building na ang primary purpose talaga niya ay hindi bilang isang eskwelahan. Okay? Nirenta lang siya bilang isang eskwelahan, pero ang purpose niya talaga ay bilang isang office building. Okay? So, kapag may mga ganong cases tayo, remember ang office is different sa isang institutional na pag-occupy ng isang institusyon. Mas marami ang involved na mga estudyante sa isang institutional classification, no? As a certificate of occupancy. So we really rely, it is not a one agency approach, no? We rely with the LGUs in particular to say na talagang ang itong eskwelahan na ito is fit for occupancy, no? And then syempre pagdating naman sa mga public higher education institution, syempre wala kasing exempted pagdating sa certificate of occupancy. All are required to have this, no? So ito yung ini-issue ng ating mga building official na talagang fit sila as a higher education institution, na fit siya na magkaroon ng classroom and fit for activities that is related to learning, no? Yun po, Miss Jackie and Miss Annie.
Thank you very much, Sir Christopher. Maraming salamat. Okay, Miss Jackie, tuloy natin ang pagtatanong. Thank you po.
Pwede po malaman kung ano naman po yung protocol. Kunyari, ang isang eskwelahan, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang kanilang klase, no? Tapos biglang nagkaroon po ng lindol. Ano po yung ginagawa, yung protocol doon sa eskwelahan? As soon as, kunyari, lumindol, tapos pagkatapos po noon, tuloy-tuloy hanggang makakasama na po nila ang kanilang mga magulang. Ano po yung protocol po, Sir Christopher?
Thank you, Miss Jackie. So, the first protocol talaga dyan, as we have mentioned kanina, yun nga, no, after the dock cover and hold, and kapag we have already left the premises, we have to wait for the announcement, no, ng ating mga LGU, no? That's why the LGU's role is very important pagdating sa next action, no, pagkatapos ng malakas na lindol. The question right now is, are they gonna suspend the classes or not? Okay? But it is really the right of the parents, lalo na sa mga minors, no, sa mga bata, na talagang they would be able to reach out to their kids, no? Right nila yun no? But then again, it's very important that yung LGU ay maging responsive kung ano ba talaga ang desisyon, no? Well, at least here in Davao City, no, just a few minutes after the earthquake, talagang nag-declare na, no, yung city na talagang suspended muna ang lahat ng klase kasi kailangan i-assess ang mga building if they are really fit, no? Kasi here in Davao, kita-classify, no, nung building official kung red or yellow tag ang isang building. Okay? And kapag hindi siya kailangan ng any tagging, yung naka-red tag kasi ng mga buildings, yun yung talagang hindi na talaga fit for occupancy. Okay? Yung yellow tag, yun yung parang kailangan siya ng minor repairs, no? Kumbaga, it may be fit for occupancy but the occupants must be shall I say cautious, no, when occupying that particular building. So we really need the help, no, ng mga LGUs natin. This is not a 1 or 2 or 3 agency approach. Lahat, no, the executive and the shall I say yung executive branch ng ating government, no, most especially mga LGUs natin who are really in the ground, is really required to provide the necessary assistance sa ating mga bata din, no, especially sa safety nila.